This video will be about adding standards in PowerSchool. By the end of this video, you should be able to attach a standard to an assignment, be able to use numerical grades along with standards if you choose to, be able to record standard grades, be able to understand the student view, and be able to override calculated standard averages. The standards rubric that you will be using includes M for mastery, P for progressing, LP for limited progress, WA with assistance, and NA for not attempted. Please make sure that you familiarize yourself with the descriptions for each score so that you can place them appropriately for each assignment. The purpose of this recording is to demonstrate how to attach standards to an assignment. Let's take an assignment that I have already created entitled Force in Motion. I'm going to double click on that assignment to show my assignment tab, and then from there I can click on the standards tab. Now I am going to associate standard 1.P.1.3, predicting the effect of a given force on the motion of an object, with this assignment. So I would just click the X checkbox there and save it. Once I've done that, you'll notice an S appears on this tab. And once that S appears, let's close this assignment box here, you should be able to click on the S, which implies that there's a standard there, and it will show that particular standard that's associated with the assignment. Now, when I'm scoring the assignment, I can either use numerical values. This maybe a student had a 7 out of 10, and my grade level has developed a rubric, and we know that a 7 out of 10 is progressing. They're making progress in that standard. So I can simply put in a P for progressing, and that would work. Or I could right click on grades, and there's a P, and click the P there. Another option that I have when I'm filling in grades for the standards is that I could actually fill in for most of the class at one time, perhaps maybe most of my class is progressing on this particular assignment. I could right click, fill scores, and I'm going to say score, and notice P is selected, but it could be M and it could be LP, so we're going to stick with P there and say OK. And so there are P's all the way down the assignment. Now then, I might change one of those scores. For this particular student, I know that he's mastering this concept, and then I have another one that is not doing quite as well as I'd like them to do, and perhaps this one as well. So all of the assignments, all of the students have been scored for that assignment on that standard, and I did it relatively quickly. So please be reminded that as you're putting in scores for if you plan on using the numerical portion of the assignment grade, when you make that assignment, make sure that you say that it is not included in the final grade if you are a K2 teacher. Again, K2 teachers who are using standards, make sure that you click that it is not included in the final grade. That is very important. So if you'll notice, all of my assignments are grayed out. They should be gray. That means it is not included in the final grade. All right, so now we're going to show you the student view. And in the student view, there's some additional information that you'll get from this score sheet view. The student view is still under the score sheet. You simply click student view here. When you see the student view, it gives you information about that student and all the standards that the student could have been assessed on. This view gives you additional information about how that student has been assessed on the standard. It gives you the mean score that the computer has generated. It gives you the highest score that the student has received on the standard, the most recent score that the student has received on the standard, and it also tells you how many times that standard has been assessed. This will be helpful as you determine the student's rubric grade for that standard. One of the things that you can also do in this view is to change the final score. This may be important if you feel like the student is in a different place than what the computer has generated. So I may go right in here and say, I actually think the student's at mastery. And I simply click return, and here it will show that I have changed the score by the icon here, the little exclamation point, and it says entered grade is the M and the calculated grade is P. So that tells me that I have entered a grade of M and the computer has given me or calculated a grade of P for this student. And that will allow you to have flexibility to change the standard grades if the computer comes up with a different finding than you do based on the data.